when you entering data, you have to mention the nature of data, the type of data. Just like suppose the first variable, we write the variable name as serial number. Serial number basically a nominal variable. So just like Excel, you just write 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Automatically, just like Excel, you can enter data in Jamovi. For the first variable, the name of the variable is serial number. You just double click any one of this. I repeat once again the steps. You just double click any one of these. The data variable is here. You just name the data variable. You also give the description. The first variable here we named as serial number, and the nature of the variable is nominal, and we just like Excel, we input the data as 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, if we consider the second column B, now we name the variable as math, and what is the description? This is the marks of mathematics. Basically, this marks of mathematics is a continuous variable. There is a maximum marks is 100, so one can get within 100. 0 to 100 is the range. So by the similar fashion, we could put the marks. These are the marks for mathematics. Next one is column C. You just click on this arrow, automatically next variable appears. Now we write the name of the variable is gender, and we write gender 1, then again 1, then 2, then again 2. Now the obvious question comes from here. What is the meaning of 1 and what is the meaning of 2? So you have to signify the values corresponding to 1 and 2. One can say 1 is denoted as male and 2 is denoted as female. In real life data, always the data comes in terms of male or female. So you have to quantify first male as 1 and female as 2. So when we write 1, just click here. You just click on level. There is a box level, and in level you just click on 1 and write male, and in 2 you write female, and click outside. Basically, this data looks like male and female. So once you see the data set just like male and female, it is clear for all that the first observation is for male student, the second observation is also male student, the third observation is also for, third is also female student, and fourth is also for female students. So viewing the data, it is clear the first 2 observations is for male students and second 2 observation is for female students. So using this particular data variable tab, you can quantify the categorical variable in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever you can use. So when you use the Likert scale type variable or the 5-point scale variable, you can also quantify your scale in this particular tab in this form. So one can use his own code for coding the variable type. So this is the basic introduction of data entering into the Jamovi. Just like the Excel view, just like when you enter data in Excel, this is the same way you just put your data. But what is the benefit from the Excel? In Excel, you cannot mention your variable type, whereas in Jamovi, you can mention your variable types also. I think up to this clear. So next we try to do the exam exercise how we import or open the data sets in the form of Excel or in the form of CSV. The first thing you have to remember, in Jamovi you cannot open any Excel file. I mean to say, you cannot file any extension, XLS extension. So remember this thing. In Jamovi you cannot import any XLS file. When you sorry, when you try to import any file, you have to save the file as .csv extension. Jamovi only opens .csv extension type file. Jamovi cannot open .xls file. So you have to remember this. Jamovi cannot open XLS file. So when you try to open an Excel file, you just save this file in .csv format and then open this in Jamovi. Now the question is how we open the external data in Jamovi. We just follow these 3 lines. Just click on 3 lines. These are the options available. What is our objective? We try to open a new file, open a new data. So we just click on open. Under open, these are the available data sets in Jamovi or already used in Jamovi. You also open your data from any drive, D drive, C drive, E drive. For that purpose, you just click on browse. I show you 1 second the steps. Click on these 3 lines. Next is open. After open, you just click on browse. When you click on browse, so my file is in, I also give you the same folder to you, pnd_dvm. So click on dmbweb.csv. dmbweb.csv. After clicking this, click on open. So this is your data set. These are the answers of the questionnaire filled by you. So as per the questionnaire, the original data, you see this, this is the data according to your answers of the questionnaire. There are 5 questions. The first is name, second is highest qualification, third is age, fourth is social group, fifth is the usage of computer before lockdown, and next one is the after lockdown. The first thing is you have to clear the data. You have to clean the data rather, because in some case, just like this observation, 4 hours in a day, or like this observation 40 years or 54 years. So when you collecting data from someone in the form of online questionnaires or in the form of offline questionnaires, after putting the data, your first task is you have to clean the data. Sometimes some data are not in the proper form, so make it in proper form. So after making it proper form, and see the variable time and the score is not required anymore. That's why I drop this variable, and I consider the variable set like name, highest qualification, age, social group, and B lab means before uses of laptop, and A lab means after laptop using. And another one variable I'm creating here, this is social code, and I just create this on the basis of the information given by you. So here you see two observation is there. One is social group and another is social code. First, we try to see what is the nature of data. The first variable is highest qualification, and the data comes in clearly this is the nominal data. So what are the outcomes? Either is this MCOM or MPhil or MSc or MA or PhD. I merge MTech and others in MSc form. The next is age. What you see, age is nominal here, but age is not a nominal variable. Age is a continuous variable. So just click on continuous. Age is no longer a nominal variable. So age is a continuous variable. So make age is continuous. What is social group? Social group is also a nominal variable. So by default, laptop usage is a continuous variable. Before and after, both are continuous variable. And social code. Social code is a nominal variable. So how we code this? The code is just like before. We just write here general. One is for general. Two is for OBC B. Three is for OBC A. 4 is for SC, and 5 is for ST. Just see the beauty of the software. Here also you getting the codes like general, OBC, SC in social group. In social code, after coding the 1, 2, 3, 4, you also viewing the data just like the social code. But what is the difference between this? Difference is in social group, the data type is text. In social code, the data type is integer. So when we try to analyze the data, try to make all the variables in integer form, not in text form. But in case of Jamovi, the beauty of Jamovi is that it also beautifully calculates with the text variable also. So if you not able to make the text variable in integer form, you also make it as it is text form, and you run Jamovi. Jamovi gives you the proper or the correct result. So the beauty of the Jamovi is that it's use text variable very beautifully. In other packages, if you use the text variable, in case of SPSS, is in case of Stata, it's actually gives you the message that these variables are string variables, and no longer with the string variables, SPSS or Stata cannot perform any test. But in case of Jamovi, you can use text variable as a independent variable or as a factor variable, and you get your results. So this is the beauty of the Jamovi software. So with the help of this data, what we actually try to do, what is our objective? Basically, think of a situation after the in this workshop, maximum all of us basically I think all of us college teachers. So in our college, so after the admission of the first year students, lots of data are generating in our college. Data on their social group, data on their past result, data on their family incomes, lots of data are there. After publication of results, we also gather huge amount of data. So with the data, how we interpret the data, how we make some graphs, make some results. So suppose from this data, if I try to find out how many of the participants are below 30 years of age, how many of the participants in this particular workshop are below 30 years of age, how can we find out these particular observations? How many observations or how many individuals in these particular workshops are below 30 years of age? In case of Excel, what we do? In case of Excel, we use the filter command. Under filter command, in case of Excel, we just use the filter command. Just like Excel, in Jamovi, you also use the filter option. So what is our objective? Our objective is to find out the numbers of participants who are below 30 years of age. Just click on filters. You just see this window appears. So you have to write the particular function for filtering. If we click on function, these are the functions available. For this purpose, just scroll down and get a function if. Once we click on if, it tells you, just like Excel, what the required fields. In if function, expression is required, value is required, and else is required. What is the meaning of else? Else means, I show you, if we select this if by double clicking, and what is our objective? Our objective is to find out how many participants are below 30 years of age. So select age, and what is the condition? If age is less than equal to 30, age is less than equal to 30, and click outside. Just see, another one variable creates here, the variable name filter1, and the required observations, the individuals with less than 30 is ticked as green tick, and all other observations are crossed. So, clear? So how many of them are within 30 years of age? Just click on analyze, then exploration. Click on analyze, then exploration, then on descriptive. So under descriptive, we just only consider the sample size, that is n, and the missing observations. So we just, for the timing, we of the missing observations. Click on n, and what is the variable? Variable is age. Automatically calculate that there are 21 participants whose age is less than 30. By the similar fashion, you can filter any of your interest and calculate the frequencies. Now, with also interested, who are the young participants? Basically, what is the highest qualification of them? So we just click on highest qualification, and we just click on frequency tables. So this gives you the frequency tables of the highest qualifications. So among the 21 of participants, one, that is 4.8%, have PhD, 42.9% with MA degree, 19% with MSc, 23.8% with MPhil, and 9.5% is MCom. At the same time, you also want to know what are the decomposition of highest qualification in terms of social group. You just click on social group and there is the option split by. Click on social group and then click on this arrow. The variable enters in the please split by group box. So automatically you just see this is the ended decomposition of highest qualification with respect to different social group. So you can easily interpret from this table how many of the general candidates have the MPhil degree, how many of OBC candidates have a MPhil degree, or SC candidates or ST candidates. By the similar fashion, you can also state like this with respect to the all MSc candidates, how many belongs in general category and how many belongs to the other categories. So in this way, you can decompose any two-way classified table of your interest. Now, next, what is our interest? We try to opt the filter. How we opt the filter? Here is the icon active. Just see this icon active. So if you click on this active icon, then automatically this is inactive. So no longer filter is exist here. So automatically if we click on this, then this filter once again active. If we click on this, if this filter is inactive. If you want to add another filter, click on this plus. Automatically this another filter option appears, which is named as filter 2. So now our objective is not to use any filter option, so we just simply inactive this. We just simply inactive this. Next, we try to calculate the average time spent on computer with respect to this available information. Means we try to find out the mean of before use and after use. How we calculate the mean? You just click on data, then click on compute. What do we want to create? We create mean value. Name the variable as mean. What is description? Description is mean of before and after use. Mean of before and after use. So once again I show you the steps. You just come on data, click on compute. Once you click on compute, then this particular dialog box opens. Here first you name the name of the computer, put the name of the computed variable, then put the description for future remembering, and next you put the formulas of your interest. So now we come back to the already computed variable mean. What is the description? Description is mean of before and after use. So how we calculate mean? Just we click on function. You can calculate different types of function or functional value with respect to these functions. I show you here different types of function is there. Some is for absolute value, exponential, logarithm function, square root. Here is statistical function, logical function, and text function. Moreover, you can also simulation with this particular package also. So our objective is to find out the mean value of these two variables. So just double click on mean. Just double click on this mean of this one, then comma, then and click outside. Automatically you just see the mean of these two variable created. This is the mean value of computer, the participants of the individual participants. This is the mean, how much, irrespective of the lockdown effect. So these are the simply mean value. Now if you calculate if we try to calculate the Z value of this means, you just write here Z. By the similar fashion, use the formula, under statistical formula, the last one is Z. Click Z. Z of which value? Z of mean. Select mean and click outside. So automatically Jamovi calculates the Z value. So this is the Z score of the mean observation, of the mean values. So this is the Z scores. Simply Z score means value minus mean by standard deviation. I don't go into more statistics. You just follow the steps and how we calculate this for our daily life, daily purpose. Z score is commonly used for detecting the outliers. So these are the Z score. We calculate this with the help of the compute option. Now another data analysis tool which is commonly used is transform option. With the help of transform, we can transform any variable of our interest. Now suppose we try to categorize the participant in terms of age. We try to categorize two participants, two groups of participants. One is less than 40 years and another is more than 40 years. So one is less than 40 years. One is less than 40 years and another is more than 40 years. So what is our objective? Our objective is to create a new variable from the already existing variable. So already existing variable is age. With the help of already existing variables age, our objective is to create another variable, which variable tells us the individuals with age less than 40 in one group and individuals with more than 40 in another group. How we can perform this in Jamovi?
Shudi, I think people are not able to see the screen. Many have reported. So just stop presenting and restart. Present option টা একবার তুমি শেয়ার করে নাও না, এটা মানে বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে।
প্রেজেন্ট অপশন নেই নাকি স্ক্রিন শেয়ারিং অফ?
না, স্ক্রিন প্রেজেন্ট অপশনটা না অফ করা আছে।
অনই তো আছে, দেখছি।
একবার বেরিয়ে, হ্যাঁ এবার ঠিক আছে, এবার ঠিক আছে।
Clear? All of you?
Okay, okay.
All of you see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So back to the our transform option. Using this transform option, we can create or compute. So there is a two option. One can create a variable using the compute menu. One can create a variable using the transform menu. So
Sorry for interrupting. Please start from this transform part.
by starting from the transform part, ma'am. I
Just,
don't have the transform part.
Okay, okay.
So as we calculate the rate or as we calculate the mean, we basically use the compute menu. So using compute menu, we calculate mean and rate. At the same time, there is another menu, that is transform. This particular command or this particular menu enables us to transform a new variable from a old one. Suppose age is here. So now we try to calculate or transform age in another form. So here age is a continuous variable. So from continuous variable, we try to calculate the group variable. That means we try to make two groups of the participants of this workshop. Among the groups is divided just like this. The participants below 40 years in a one group and the participants above 40 years in another group. Just click on transform. Now you just click on here. There is another option. You can see this type of comments: new data variable, new computed variable, new transform variable. So you can start from directly this menu option, or you can use these also. So new transform variable. So this is the variable, by default name is T2. But what is the name of the variable of our interest? The name is age underscore code. Age underscore code. How we use the transform command? Using transform command, here is two options: source variable and using transform. So first, we try to edit this transform command. So using transform, click on this none. So there is another option: create new transform. So after clicking this window appears. I'll show you the steps once again. If we click here, this window appears. If we click new transform variable, this window appears. You just name the variable of your interest here, just like I do this in age underscore code. What is the description? Description is grouping age or age group. Description is age group. How we calculate this? Create new transformation. How we transform the variable? Just click on add recode condition. We try to recode from the initial coding. We recode to make it a new variable. What we actually try to write here? If source is less than 40, source is less than 40, we write this as young. Clear? And else use middle age. I am not using old, I am using middle age. So if you click outside, what is the error? Column Y does not exist in dataset. Why this error occurs? Because we are not signifying the source variable. What is the source variable? So now we have to signify the source variable. So we start once again. Here the source variable is age. sorry, transform 2. Just write y in single quote. And click outside. Automatically, you see the new transform variable appears. This is the age code. So the age below 40 is termed as young and above 40 termed as middle age. So if you want to see how many of young participants, how many of the participants are in middle age, so just click on analyze, then descriptive, age code, and frequency table. Click on frequency table. So automatically it's give you out of the 80 observations here, 49s at the of the total participants are age below 40, and 31 of the observations, 31 of the observations are with age above 40 years. So these are the classification of the participant in terms of age. Now we try to show you how you actually use the illustrative statistic, that means the graphical representation of your data sets. So just click on descriptive. Now we try to first calculate minimize this so there is no option. You just click on plot. First you have to select the variables. Now I want to plot of social group. So we already know out of the 80 observations, out of the 80 individuals, the status of social groups in terms of the frequency distribution. As we know, these are the frequency distribution given here. 55 is general, 2 is OBC B, 11 is OBC A, 2 is OBC A, 11 is OBC B, and so on. So we now try to draw this particular observation in terms of a graph. In Jamovi, there are different options. In Jamovi, there are different options. You can draw a histogram, but clearly you can draw histogram for continuous variable. This is a sign of continuous variable. You can do box plot. This is also for the continuous variable. But as we know, the social group is not a continuous variable. We can only draw the bar plot. Remember one thing, in Jamovi, you cannot draw pie diagram. In Jamovi, you cannot draw pie diagram. Pie diagram is not possible in Jamovi. But this is the bar plot. So this is the bar plot of social group. Now, you try to draw this bar plot in terms of the age code. Use age code variable in the split by box. See, the beauty of the package is automatically calculate of the graph of our interest. So now the graph show you, just see the graph. This is the graph of social group with respect to different age code. So the blue color is the showing the graph for young, and the orange color is showing for the middle age people. So this is the graph for the general category. This is for the OBC A, this is for the OBC B, this is for the SC, and this is for the ST. In maximum categories, in case of maximum categories, the young people is more than the old people. This is the observation from the graph, you can conclude. But in case of OBC B, the proportion is more or less same. Now we try to calculate the graph of highest qualification. One thing, you just click on this, is automatically calculate the highest qualification in terms of age group. This is the highest qualification for with respect to age group. So these are the picture. You can, using these particular comments, you can draw any kinds of graph, bar diagram by splitting by group wise or by individual as a totality. This is the beauty of this package. You can draw any group wise particular bar diagram with the help of this particular package. So the options are, you just click on plots, the main variable of interest in the variable box, and the group variable or the categorical variable is in split by box. So automatically it represents the graphs of highest qualification in terms of H code. Next, we try to draw the histogram of the computer usage, not the bar plot. We try to write the histogram, because this is a continuous variable, and for continuous variable histogram is possible, and this is the histogram for laptop or computer uses before lockdown period. So maximum concentration, this is the modal value, maximum is 1 hour, more or less 1 hour. We can also plot the density in the same diagram. These are the density plot. Similarly, we can draw the box plot. This actually, with the help of box plot, this actually gives you the nature of the concentration of data or the quartile views. This is the median value. This value is the median value of the second quartile. So the first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and the fourth quartile. These particular diagrams show you the concentration of your data. So another beautiful diagram you can use to see the concentration of data is the violin diagram. Is the violin diagram. I show you the diagram. This is a very beautiful diagram to show the concentration of the data. This is the picture of the, this look like a violin. Why look like this? Where the observation is more, the width is more, or the gap is more. Where the observation is little bit small, the gap is small. After clicking data and use the stacked option, data and stacked option, you can see the beauty of this package. This is the violin diagram with the data. Means why this width is more, because concentration of data is more. So before lockdown, maximums are using computers more or less 1 hour or 2 hours. Very few using computers 4 hours and more. So these are the concentration of data. Just if you see the box plot in this particular diagram. So see the box plot. So maximum concentration is, median value is here, because in 50 the observation less than 50% have these observations, and observation more than 50% have a greater tail of the curve. Basically, if you see this curve, so this is the modal value. So with this curve, it can be conclude that there is a long positive tail, but the majority of concentration with respect to this particular value. Just like the density curve, if we off the box plot, you can also see the concentration of data is here more. So with respect to 0, 1, 2, the maximum concentration is there. That's why the median value is here. And this is the upper tail. Now, one try to see, is the observations vary with respect to the age growth. That is the middle-aged peoples or middle-aged participants are using less or more. What is the concentration? Now, we simply use the split by option using the age code. And Jamovi gives you the two separate graphs for the each code. Jamovi gives you the two separate curves for the each group. So this is the young age group and this is the middle age group. And see the difference. The maximum time spent for the young age group is 6 hours, whereas in middle age they are using more computer, more time. 2 observation is there. Similarly, the concentration of 1 hour or 2 hours is more than these observations. So it automatically helps to view the group-wise picture or group-wise concentration of data with the help of this violin diagram. This diagram commonly used in bioscience. Basically, the people of bioscience, they are basically use this type of particular diagrams to see the concentration of data with respect to the violin diagram. This is a very beautiful diagram to represent the concentration of data and to view the nature of the particular distribution of the data. So using this particular observation, you can calculate the histogram, density function, box plot, violin, and bar plot. I once again, you just remember that in Jamovi you cannot perform or you cannot draw the pie diagram. Pie diagram is not possible using Jamovi. Bar diagram, box plot, violin, data, histogram, and density diagram is possible with respect to this particular package, particular Jamovi package. And the entire package is in menu driven option. You have not write yet any code. You have just write only 3 or 4 lines to compute or transform the variables. You just select the variables, not you have to write anything. So this package is just like a SPSS. And the beauty is this is a totally free package. So now, what is our objective? Our objective is we want to know is from the diagram we already show you that from this diagram the age code wise the nature of the distribution is different. That means we try to find out is there any significant difference in computer uses before lockdown with respect to the age group. So what is our objective? Our objective is to know is there any significant difference in computer uses in terms of age code, or we can say otherwise, if young people are using more computer than old people, or the reverse, middle-aged people are using more computer than young people. What is, because basically the question is here computer and laptops. So young people are more if you assume that they are more mobile savvy, they done everything in his mobile, so they uses less computer, whereas middle-aged people are not very good in operating mobile, so they using more computer. What happened actually is age group wise uses of computers varies or not. Just like in our daily life case, in college scenario, is the BPL category students is performing well than APL category students, or if the students who are getting different scholarships, this is one category, and non-scholarship students is another category. So after the publication of result, one can clearly test if the performance of the scholarship students is better than the non-scholarship student, or the reverse is also. This can be easily done with the help of this particular package. Objective is same. So basically, what is the objective? One is when there is 2 groups and we try to compare the means of that 2 groups. Simply meaning 2 groups is there and we try to find out the averages are same for 2 groups or not. In that case, we use the statistics which is known as T statistics, or commonly it is known as student T statistics. So using student T statistics, when there is two groups and we try to compare the mean of two groups or the averages of the two groups, we can use independent t-test. Now, using Jamovi, how you can perform the t-test? Just click on this t-test. Click on this t-test. If you click on t-test, there are three options. One is independent sample t-test, one is paired sample t-test, and another is one sample t-test. Now the question, when you use independent, when is you paired, when you use one sample? When the groups are different, that is one is young and another is middle age. So the groups are different. So when the groups are different, so one is scholarship student and another is non-scholarship student. So when groups are different, you can use independent sample t-test. So now, since the groups are different, we here using independent sample t-test. So click on independent sample t-test. Clear? What is our variable? Variable is BLAP. What is our grouping variable? Grouping variable is H code. Grouping variable is H code. So clearly, this gives you the independent sample t-test. Ignoring all these, you just concentrate on this p-value. Ignoring all this. And what is our hypothesis? Here hypothesis is we try to check if the means, these are the alternative hypothesis. That is group 1 is not equal to group 2. The null hypothesis is group 1 equal to group 2. The alternative is group 1 not equal to group 2. And remember the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb is if the p-value is less than 0.05, if the p-value is less than 0.05, you select this alternative hypothesis. That is groups are unequal. Groups means are unequal. Otherwise, you stick on null hypothesis, that is groups means are equal. So in our example, the p-value is 0.504. The p-value is 0.504, means it is greater than 0.05, means we accepting null hypothesis. That means H code wise computer usage before lockdown is same. So there is no difference in computer usage in terms of age group. There is no difference in computer usage in terms of age group. So what is the rule of thumb? I repeat once again. The rule of thumb is if p-value is less than 0.05, if this p-value is less than 0.05, or you can remember like this, if p-value is greater than 2, in mod value, in mod t is greater than 2, either p-value is less than 0.05 or this p-value is greater than, mod t is greater than 2, means we are accepting alternative hypothesis, that is groups means are unequal. If the p-value is greater than 0.05, we are accepting null hypothesis, means groups are equal. When you test anything, or in case of independent t-test, the null hypothesis is group 1 equal to group 2. The beauty of the Jamovi, you cannot get in any software like this. In Jamovi, hypothesis is also given. You know what is your hypothesis. These hypotheses mean alternative hypothesis. And the beauty is if p-value is less than 0.05, this is true. You are accepting this. If p-value is more than 0.05, you are not accepting this. Means this inequality does not hold. So equality holds. Someone try to interest. If group 1 is greater than group 2, check this. 1 second, this is not significant. So the mean of group 1 is not greater than group 2. One can check this, group 1 less than group 2. 1 second, this not true. Now we can click on descriptive plots. Under additional statistics, there is an option descriptive plots. Here is the additional statistics. Under additional statistics, there is a option that is descriptive plots. Additional statistics, click on descriptive plots. See this. This is the mean value of these two observations. This is the median, and these are the entire length of observations. If these two overlaps each other, means or implied that means are same, there is no mean difference. If these two are not overlapping each other, then there is a significant difference in mean. So before performing the t-test with the help of this diagram, you can conclude, since this is the overlapping, one is overlapping other, means there is no significant difference in terms of mean value. And this also signify here. Now we also try to find out, after lockdown, is there any significant difference? We just put the a lab variable in dependent variable box and see once again the p-value is more than 0.05. So irrespective of the lockdown, before and after, there is no difference in computer users in terms of age group. So young peoples and the medium age peoples both are using computer in a duration of the use computer is more or less same. So the duration of computer uses does not depends on age code or the age grouping. So this is the interpretation of the independent T. I once again show you how you perform this independent T. Click on t-test. Click on independent t-test. Select the variable, dependent variable, that is before and after. In my case, in our case, select the age code, the grouping variable, and you get automatically the answer here. You get answer here for descriptive plots. Under additional statistics, click on descriptive plots. And I am not going details on normality check or QQ plot or equality of variance because time is limited, and I am not in this particular workshop. The time is very short. Within 1.5 hours, it is not possible to elaborate entire statistics. So I am not going to the entire statistics. I just show the basic steps how you can perform. So you just go to the steps. So if you after the completion, I will give you the YouTube link. In YouTube link, you if after watching the videos, you can know everything about the all comments. In YouTube videos, everything is given. I already show one link. With the help of that link, you can go to my channel and see the different videos. Or once after the completion of this session, I will give the other links of the other videos also, such that you can know how you check the normality and how you check the equality of variance assumption. Because in good into the publication, into the research or the persons or the participant who are doing PhD, so performing t-test depends on the normality check and equality of variance checks. Without this assumption check, you cannot perform, or your interpretation regarding t-test is not valid. As long as the distribution follows the normality, you cannot perform the t-test. So if the distribution does not follow normality, you have to perform the non-parametric test. In that case, you have to use the Mann-Whiteley test. This is the basic synopsis. So first you have to check normality. If normality is there, you go for independent t-test. If there is no normality, you go for Mann-Whiteley use statistic. Next, another objective. Another objective is, we know we have information on computer uses before lockdown and after lockdown. Now, another objective is there any difference in computer uses before lockdown and after lockdown? So before lockdown, there is a college, there is a travel time, so usage of computer may be little, but after lockdown all are in home, stay home, safe home rather. So sitting at home, the orientation may be we are using more computers, we use more time, we give more time for surfing, net surfing, using computer or laptops, or we are watching movies, YouTube videos, etc. So is there any difference between computer uses before lockdown and after lockdown? In this case, we now also try to test the means. Here again we try to test mean of the computer uses before lockdown and after lockdown. Now here the group is same, the same group, all 80 observations is there. When the group is same and we try to compare the mean of the same group before and after or post and pre situation, in that case we have to use the pair T statistics. So just you see, before there are two options, independent sample and paired sample. So when we use independent sample, when the groups are different, two groups are there. When we use paired sample t-test, we use paired sample t-test when there are group is same, but the observation on same group before and after is available, or post and pre is available. So here in our case two observations is available: before lockdown computer usage and after lockdown computer usage. So now we try to use the paired sample t-test. Click on t-test, then paired sample t-test. Right? So paired sample t-test, what is our interest variable? One is before use, select before use here, and after use. If you select both the variables, automatically it getting into the box in this way. The first one is here and the second one is here. The first is before and the second is after. And what is the result? As I told earlier, if p value is less than 0.05, what is our interpretation? We accept this. Means before and after there is a difference of mean in terms of the computer uses, and that is basically it is the true fact. So there is a significant difference in computer uses before and after the lockdown. This is the real data, this is not a manipulating data, the data given by you. So according to the participants, the data given by the participants, the result shows the before and after lockdown, the usage of computers is different. So using peer sample t-test, we can conclude the computer uses or the laptop uses before lockdown and after lockdown is different. Just you see the descriptive plots. See the difference. The first one is before lockdown and the second one is after lockdown. And these two are not overlapping. In the earlier case, see, this is the overlapping. But in this case, these two are not overlapping. One is not overlapping another. There is a clear gap. So the result is significant. So in paired sample, in case of paired sample t-test, it can be concluded that after and before lockdown, there is a significant difference in the uses of the computer. You also find out the mean difference using click on the mean difference. So this is the mean difference, 2.28 before and after. So after lockdown, the computer usage is more. Clear? Now, the third objective of this session is the computer uses after lockdown depends on the qualification, or if qualification matters in the uses of computer. Means if anyone's conjecture is that with the highest qualification or the higher degree, the person with higher degree uses most computer, person with lower degree uses less computer. Is there any justification? how we test this? When there is a more than two group, just see in our highest qualification column, there are more than two groups. MA, MCom, MPhil, PhD, MTech, MCA, all are there. So when there are more than two groups and we try to compare the means of the particular groups, then in that case, we use the statistical tools which is known as ANOVA. So ANOVA is the statistical tool which is used to compare the means when groups are more than two. And the beauty of this package is that here the highest qualification is the text variable. See, this is the text variable. I am not changing this in a numerical variable, but with the help of this text variable, we also perform the ANOVA. Just click on ANOVA, and what is our objective? We try to find out the one-way ANOVA. When we use one-way ANOVA, when there is more than two groups, our objective is comparison of mean, then we can use one-way ANOVA. So what is the variable of interest or the dependent variable? Use of laptop after lockdown. What is the grouping variable? Grouping variable is highest qualification. And see, this is the output. Once again here, p-value is more than 0.05. Means qualification doesn't matter on computer uses. Irrespective of the qualification of the computer uses does not depend on qualification of an individual. So in terms of one-way ANOVA, we can conclude that the qualification wise, the uses of computer does not matter. Next is, if we want to uses of computer in terms of social group. So just click on social group here. The dependent variable is uses of laptop after lockdown. Once again, this also signifies p-value is more than 0.05. Implied social group wise, there is no difference in computer uses. So in this way, you can compare the means of two variables. Now, the last objective of today's session. Suppose one is try to know is age wise, what is the effect of age on usage of computer? If with respect to the increase in age, usage of computer decreases or not, or with respect to the increasing age, increasing computer, usage of computer is increasing. So basically, we try to find out a causal relationship between age and usage of computer. Age and usage of computer. So to find out the causal relationship, here we use the option regression. So t-test is used for comparison of means when there is two groups, when groups is same, when group is different. Independent t is used when the group is same but the observation on post, pre, before, after is available, then we have to use pair t. When we use ANOVA, when group is more than two, when more than two groups is there, then we use ANOVA for comparing the means of each group. Now the another option is regression. Regression is used to find out the causal relationship between two variables. So now click on regression, select linear regression. Click on regression, select linear regression. In Jamovi you can do binomial, multinomial, ordinal, it can be possible. Now we run on, click on linear regression. I just show you the simple steps, not the details of the regression. So what is our dependent variable? Dependent variable is after lockdown use of laptop. And what is our independent variable? This is the age variable. Age is independent variable. And see the output. This is the output. So output clearly signifies age is not a dependent or the significant factor in determining the average usage of laptop after lockdown. So age is not a significant factor. We just go through the steps. I show once again the steps. Select regression, linear regression. Here are three options: dependent, covariate factors. Dependent means the form is y equal to alpha plus beta x in two variable case. So the dependent bets, click on ALP. What is our independent variable? Age is our independent variable. And this is the result. So that this result shows you just like the rule of thumb, p value is less than greater than 0.05. So we are not, age is not a significant predictor variable to predict the dependent variable of our interest. So in this way you can perform the linear regression equation. You can, using Jamovi, you can perform the factor analysis, you can perform the frequencies also. So I just show you under frequency, you can test binomial test, chi-square goodness of fit. Another commonly used test for our daily use is the independent simples or the chi-square of association. Using this option, you can create different types of two-way classification table. Just like the frequency table in explore option, you can also use the independent sample option under frequency. As I show you, in exploration under descriptive, there's the frequency table option. You can use frequency table for two-way classification table. You can use frequency table for calculating any two-way classification table, just like highest qualification and social group. Highest qualification and social group. And within cells, you can calculate the row percentage and column percentage also. You can calculate the row percentage and column percentage also. Just see the table. This is the clearly the classification table of social group wise highest qualification. As we know, in our college scenario, in maximum time DPI gives a letter to the college authority, give me the information regarding caste, stipend, result, etc. So with the help of data in your college, you can easily calculate this type of two-way tables using this particular package. So once you have a data, you just rearrange the data in this form. You can calculate this type of table and send this to the DPI. So these are the outputs, entire output stored in the Jamovi. So you can directly copy this and paste this in the Word. If you select this, this is the copy option, or you can export this. Just select this export and you just save this result 1 in PDF format. The format is PDF. So automatically, I just show you. Result PDF is here. automatically this is a PDF. You can select the entire sheet and make it a PDF. No problem is there. You can save it in a Word format. You can save it in a Excel format also. You can save the format of your interest. You just export. Here is the option. You just click here. PDF or HTML. After saving HTML, you have to convert in Excel, or you just simply copy this. After right clicking, copy this and paste on any Word or Excel, whatever you want. You just save this using save as or save. So the entire output with data will be saved. So after saving this, if you mail this or share this, anyone can see the data as well as output also. Output also saved with the data. That output also saved with the data sets. So just like in other packages, output saved in a different format, in different file. But in Jamovi, data and output both are saved in the same file, single file. Using save as or save, you can save this, or using this export, you can export this. And in here, some of the participants are from computer science and MCA. For those who are from physics or computer science, you just see the beauty of the package. This package is basically based on the R language. The backend depends on R, which is once again a free package. If you try to know the codes of the R packages, you just click on this syntax mode. I once again show you. Here is 3 dot. You just see the 3 dots. You just click on these 3 dots. Then click on syntax mode. And if we click the syntax mode, entire syntax of the all programs is given. So for independent DTs, this is the program. If we copy this and paste in R, automatically R gives you the output. Just like this is the R console. What I do here? Let's see this. I copy this, open this, and paste this in the editor, and let's run. See, it gives you the result, the entire result. So simultaneously, if anyone is interested in programming language, anyone is interested to write his own program, you can write in our editor also. So in your Jamovi, you are not finding this base R and R. You think how I can do this, how I got this R and base R. That's why there is a module option. In module, there is a Jamovi library. You just click on this, and this gives you the available add-ins continuously added in the Jamovi. You can download and install any one of your interest. So in my case, base R is installed, that is installed. You can also install any package of your interest. You can do mediation, moderation, any advanced tools with the help of this particular Jamovi software. If you have any query or questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you for your patience for 1.5 hours for listening me. I just stop sharing and waiting for your questions.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mukherjee, for your excellent and very, very informative session, which has given us another new dimension to the knowledge we have already gained in this webinar. Now, as for the questions, we will be taking it in the next session, next part of the program, that is the interactive session and workshop, which is scheduled to begin from 2:15 p.m. and will end at 2:45 for that 30-minute duration. We will be inviting questions to all the three sessions we have. The program has given us till now, beginning from Mr. Pramanik's session to Dr. Majumdar, and finally Dr. Mukherjee's session. All questions regarding all three speakers and their presentations can be sent now. Please mention your questions in the chat box, and directly they will be answered by the respective speakers. I already see a question addressed to Dr. Sudeep Mukherjee. Dr. Himadri Guha-Thakurta has asked the question, is Probit possible in Jamovi?
Yes, Probit, any limited dependable variable is possible in Jamovi. It is binary, it is Poisson regression, it is quantile regression, okay. Is it logistic, it is Probit, everything is possible.
Okay.
So 1.5 hours is not enough for analyzing the entire statistics. I just give you the basics of the scenario, and within mind that all maximum of the humanities teachers is here. So lots of in statistics actually bore them. That's why tactically aside statistics and try to more concentration on the steps, how you run the package. So basic table, basic graphs is needed for all peoples.
Okay. Thank you for your answer. Before this, Dr. Kaushik Ghosh has made a request to discuss to Dr. Sudeep Mukherjee. Please discuss a little on non-parametric test.
If Soumiladi arrange another webinar, I will definitely discuss the non-parametric test. It will take 4 hours.
Okay.
It will take only 4 hours for non-parametric test. So lots of tests is there: Man-Whitley, run test, Friedman test, non-parametric ANOVA, everything is there. And now it is non-parametric regression or spatial regression also in lots of details is on that. So it is takes more or less 4 hours.
Okay, thank you. Souma Datta made a request. Please explain ANOVA once more.
ANOVA, basically, when there is more than 2 groups, I once again present the view. The basic proposition is comparing means, or try to compare the means. When there is 2 groups, you use t-test. When more than 2 groups, you use ANOVA. So in case of ANOVA, the steps are in Jamovi. Click on ANOVA, then click on one-way ANOVA. Then dependent variable is the continuous variable B-lab. I consider a B-lab. And independent grouping variable is highest qualification. Objective is qualification wise usage of computer varies or not. And the result is p-value is 0.441. As I told earlier, if p-value is less than 0.5, we are accepting alternative. But here p-value is more than 0.05, we are accepting the null hypothesis. That means there is no significant difference in terms of highest qualification of computer uses. So you just select on ANOVA, select the dependent variable of your interest, select the group variable. Jamovi gives you the result.
Okay, thank you. There is a question from Chandan Sarkar. He asks, Sir, multivariate analysis is possible by the software?
I just see you. You just see the thing. Is the screen is showing to all of you?
No, the screen is not visible. Yes, now it's coming. Now
You
it is
just see.
visible.
Under regression, you can perform linear regression, binomial, multinomial, ordinal. Clear?
Okay.
Under linear model, I show you the generalized linear model, logistic, probit, multinomial, Poisson, negative binomial. Clear? Under linear model, general linear model, you can perform multiple regression, whatever we use. Everything is possible. Under factor, reliability, principal component. Not only that, conformity factor analysis is also possible in Jamovi. But it takes time. For multivariate regression, it takes 2 hours. I just show you the simple steps in regression. I am not going on the details of the assumption checks. I am not going to the estimate of marginal means. So everything is there. So in case of multiple regression, suppose just see, I mean, just without meaning, I just give you the age is dependent variable and ALP and BLP is the covariate.
Okay.
So this is the multiple regression. Independent variable is more than 2. But it nothing means. But for the design, for steps, this is the steps. You just select regression, select dependent variable, and select the covariates or the independent variables. Is it more than 1? That is multivariate. But you have to, in case of multivariate, you have to use this command, assumption checks. These all are the assumptions. You have to check first this and then go for the multivariate regression.
Okay. After this, there is a question whether PCA can be done through Jamovi.
Already I discussed PCA is done. Just see this. In factor, there is a principal component, exploratory factor analysis, conformity factor analysis is there. So in short, I can say without time series, any multivariate analysis is possible. Any kind of multivariate analysis is possible. Cluster is not possible right now. Without cluster analysis, factor, discriminant, logistic, probit, everything is possible in Jamovi.
There is another question related. Is two-way ANOVA and MANOVA possible?
Yes, MANOVA, everything is possible. Here is the option. ANOVA, repeated measure ANOVA, everything is possible. ANCOVA is possible, MANCOVA is possible. Under one-way ANOVA option, you can use the two-way ANOVA also.
Okay. There is a question from Madhuchanda Lahiri. How do we check whether the data follows normal distribution, as ANOVA tests require normality tests?
I know that. That's why talking in time of presentation, we are not checking the assumptions. I show you the steps. If we check the assumptions, for each case, it takes 1 hour. So basically in exploration, there is an option. There is the option QQ plot. So in under QQ plot, if we plot this BLP, automatically using QQ plot, you can see this is the QQ plot. And clearly the data is not normal. So if the all dots converging to the straight line, the data is normal. And in case of ANOVA, in case of ANOVA, I done the ANOVA earlier. In case of ANOVA, here is the option assumption checks. You can check the normality with Shapley or Wilk. You can test the QQ plot. You could check the equality of variance.
Okay, thank you. There is another question. Where from the rule of thumb of p-value comes?
Actually, it's come with experience. I am in this domain from 2006 onwards. And after giving lectures in different workshop, working with data, it is not given in any book, but it is with the experience, it can be concluded that if p-value is less than 0.05, t is obviously mod t is obviously greater than 2. You can check anyway. It is the rule. If t-value is greater than 2, then the p-value is less than 0.05. If p-value is less than 2, the p-value is must be more than 0.05.
Okay. Thank you. As of now, we have these are the questions that were asked to Dr. Sudip Mukherjee. If there are questions for the previous two speakers, participants are requested to kindly mention those questions here in the chat box. And also, if there are other questions left to be asked to Dr. Sudip Mukherjee, please mention your questions here in the chat box. There is one question for Mr. Pramanik. Can Enlist be subscribed individually?
Yes.
There is a question. Can Enlist be subscribed individually?
No, it is a institutional subscription actually.
Okay.
At first, yes, I have to gather some. I have to know that it is possible or not. I don't know actually at this
Okay.
time. Actually, it is institutional subscription, most probably.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I think the query has been satisfied. Now, if there are other questions for Mr. Pramanik, Dr. Mukherjee, or Dr. Mojumdar, please mention them in the chat box.
Oh, there is a question by Professor Dash. He want to know to search virtual lab subject of physiology or medical science. Okay, there was a question.
Okay.
Actually, in virtual laboratory, there are some assigned subjects. So it is not possible at this moment, but you have to search the Google. But during this time, I am searching virtual labs on different subjects like physiology and medicine, but I can't get any reliable sources. Actually, so in virtual lab, we get the compact answer actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We are waiting for other questions for address to the speakers. If there are questions, we can please state them. Please come forward with your questions if there are any to be asked to the three speakers present here today.
If there are no questions, we go straight away to our...
Should we wait a little more? Or
okay, let's see. Yes.
there is a question to biological practical problems in virtual laboratory. Actually, first of all, I say there is a assigned subject is there. Okay, in virtual, through the virtual lab, you can't search the biological practical problems. Okay. There is a subject of science and engineering subjects is there. That is the chemical science, these types of subjects there. No, there is a broad areas of virtual labs, that is the economic and communication, computer science, electronics, mechanical, chemical. In these types of subjects are available. There is no any biological science related subjects are not available in virtual lab in undergraduate level. There is a biotechnical, biotechnology and biomedical engineering is there, but these types of